So the goal of the Stop Titan Action Network is pretty simple. We want to stop Titan Cement from building an enormous cement plant and limestone mine in our community. We are simply not willing to have our environment destroyed, our health put at risk, our water supply spoiled, and our way of life threatened by a foreign company that has made it clear that they have absolutely no regard for environmental stewardship or corporate responsibility. This is an incredible group of people, and you know, I haven't been part of this fight as long as some of these other folks, and I feel really honored when I sit down in a room with these folks to be part of this, because I'm telling you, this is an awesome group of people. We had a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and I looked around the room and I thought, you know, with the energy here and the positive thinking here, we will beat Titan Cement.
Well, my name is Rebecca Trammell, and this was the first time I've ever been to a Stop Titan event. I heard about it on the news, thought as a citizen it was my job to be aware. Because I feel like, you know, our health in our community is important to everyone. If we don't get involved, then we have no say about what goes on in our own lives, you know. For me, I feel like the health and the well-being of the citizens of our community is of utmost importance. Like, you know, if you can't breathe clean air, if you can't eat fresh fish, if you can't trust the water you drink, what can you trust? Right now, when they're talking about like increasing levels of mercury and, you know, chromium and, you know, just harmful emissions, I don't feel like there's a strong enough argument to support them coming into our community. You know, when you think about the effects of mercury, I mean, right now, they're replacing people's fillings. If you have mercury fillings, they're telling you to replace them. There's a reason.
Thanks, Sarah. You know, where we're at is we're winning. This fight is not about Stan. It's not about the North Carolina Coastal Federation or the Cape Fear River Watch or Educational Foundation. This fight is about you. And without you, we cannot defeat Titan. 2.5 years ago, we found out in 3 short days, Titan's coming to town. County Commission kept it from us, hid it, didn't talk to anybody. How many people showed up at the Board of County Commission meeting? 350 in 3 days' notice without any information, and made our voice heard. And from that point forward, from 350 people, we have 10,000 people, plus hundreds of businesses, organizations throughout the state, statewide organizations, and national media. So this is all about getting people energized and engaged, and let's just put it right, mad as hell. This isn't supposed to happen to your community. You're supposed to have a voice, a place in your community, and the leaders that you elect, both in our county commission and all the way up to the governor's office, their job is to listen to us, not special interests, not 8 full-time paid lobbyists for 2.5 years. They're supposed to listen to y'all. And we went to Raleigh a couple times, filled up a couple buses, learned our way around the legislature, lobbied some of our officials that listened to us. We made friends, we made allies, we made supporters. And I think that's going to bring us fruition, the fruit of stopping Titan in the year to come. What we would like to do is send Titan packing tomorrow. But Titan's here to stay. They say they want to come here. They've invested $250 million already in this community. They have just written a check for $4.5 million to avoid a state law. 2 years ago, their 8 full-time lobbyists came up against myself, Doug Springer, Tracy Scrable, and some of you. We had no experience in Raleigh. They were up there 24/7 trying to get around a state law. Now ask yourself, a company that prides itself on community, corporate responsibility, environmental stewardship, and above all, following the law, why would they spend upwards of $5 million to avoid one law that makes the project undergo a comprehensive environmental review? Because they want to divide and conquer. They want this permit so they can start building this plant, and when they invest $300 million in that cement kiln, they go to the Corps of Engineers, and then they've already invested money in our community, which isn't a bad thing, but it's the wrong way to do it. So the Titan news, when was it? Monday, I got a confidential anonymous tip from the governor's office that Titan was taking their money back. Here's a company that came before the county commission and said, we're coming here and we need your $4.5 million to come here. They went to the state and certified in their grant applications that they needed the incentive to lure them here. And they had other options throughout the country they were looking at. So this $4.5 million check, which they in essence wrote Monday, is a lie. It shows them for what they are. They're not a corporate responsible partner in our county. They're after one thing, they're after our money, and they're after our limestone, and they don't care what they do to get it. So it's up to us to stand up, to fight, to go to our county commissioners. Our chairman of our county commission said, well, now we can wash our hands of Titan. Let's tell him that's not what we elected him to do. What we elected our county commissioners to do is protect our air, protect our health, protect our safety, and protect our children. So he cannot wash his hands of this. Where we are, we're taking the fight statewide. We've got 10,000 people on our petition. We're going to enlist national agencies, national health organizations. We're going to expose Titan and cement plant pollution for what it is. Greed. They don't care about you. So what we want you to do is stay engaged and keep an open mind about the things we'll ask people to do. We have a set of strategies that we're going to unveil in the next couple weeks. It's going to take each and every one of y'all to help us engage those strategies. Some of them are going to the governor, writing to the governor, going to our county commission, talk about the land that's improperly zoned up on the northeast Cape Fear River and asking them to do the right thing. We have Stop Titan as a household name. The other thing Titan is, it's toxic in Raleigh. The legislators, even though they gutted our State Environmental Policy Act but excluded Titan, you know, Titan was still under the SEPA Act, they don't want anything to do with Titan. It's toxic in Raleigh, so we need to play that to our advantage. Whether the governor can step in or the legislature can step in and reverse the decision by Titan to not take the money and do the right thing, what Titan is doing is just a series of broken promises. Broken promises to the community, broken promises to our state legislatures, broken promises to the county commission. And we should stand up and say, we're not going to stand for that. So now it's time to really get down and dirty. We have support. We're going to engage experts in the environmental impact statement review process, health experts, scientists, geohydrologists, health experts. Who else, Tracy? We have the means now to do what we need to do. Titan's going to spend more money. So we're going to need community support, and that includes bodies, expertise, and also funding.
I decided to come here tonight to get some more information on the topic. It's been ongoing for the past couple of years. I'm a concerned citizen on a couple of levels. I'm concerned, first of all, the way this whole business came down. I don't think it was straightforward. I think there was some backroom deals that really led to this even getting a foothold in this community. And in particular, I'm concerned about the environment of our region and the waters.